Why do Real Madrid want and need Kai Havertz?
Because he's a top quality player.
So, aided by diagrams.
These are diagrams whilst playing for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Now, note where the best numbers come from.
Yeah.
Second season.
Yeah.
Under which manager? Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
Joined the club, and this is third season for Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
Third season for Chelsea. He's been managed by 3 managers. I'll say 3. Lampard, Tuchel, Potter, Lampard. If you take a player like Kai Havertz, and this is the reason why when he was going to Chelsea, I was very skeptical. Big fan of him, but I didn't think Chelsea was the right club for him because of the man who was in charge. Same thing I said about Van de Beek when he was going to Manchester United. The statement was and still is, the managers don't understand him. So you are going to be confused by his skill set and not know where to place him. If Messi was playing for Everton with Sean Dyche in a 4-4-2 alongside Calvert-Lewin, and they were hitting aerial balls, and Messi wasn't winning headers, and the ball was being played in the air, and somebody will come and sit on TV and say Messi is a bad player, will you agree?
Nah.
Why wouldn't you agree? Because they are not playing to his strengths.
Yeah.
There's a difference between false 9 and a number 9. And the false 9 is not a position. It's a role. It's the instructions that feed into what you call it. What Havertz has been playing since Tuchel left is not a false 9. They say he's playing false 9, but when you look at the instructions he's being given, he's asked to do the job of a natural number 9. Now let me explain the differences to you. When you watch Havertz at Bayer Leverkusen, he was a half 9.
Yeah.
And half 9s are shadowed by a main striker. Yeah. So he's playing off the main striker. And the runs that you make into the box playing behind somebody is different from the runs that you'll be required to make when you are the main target. He doesn't know how to stand in the box, wait for ball, hold that play, link up with people, be the target man.
He's not Harry Kane.
He's not Harry Kane. He knows how to bounce off people. So if you watch him under Tuchel, although he was the one at the top, you realize that Werner was making a lot of inverted runs. He will move out, Mason Mount to slot in. He was arriving late. Maybe he'll flick on. That was Havertz. That's the Havertz that we know. When you watch Havertz in Germany, that's exactly how they use him. But Chelsea are using the guy wrongly. So a fan will sit down and say, this guy is a bad player.
So
but it's far from that.
To Real Madrid, how do you reckon they are going to use him with the players and the system that we have? They've not finished the transfer window. But assuming he walked into Real Madrid now,
he'll be a top-class signing. Top-class player. Because you see, there are some managers that when they pick the phone and they call their club president and they say, I want this boy, you know exactly what they are going to use him for. If you give Kai Havertz to Real Madrid, not even the manager, if you give him to Real Madrid, you just know that Real Madrid will know how to use him. Benzema is leaving. Even when Benzema was there, he's a sort of striker who vacates his position. Let's say if Havertz was playing behind Benzema, not in the number 10 per se, but in that half 9 slot, their movement and their link up will work brilliantly.
And this is a case where played with Raul.
Yeah,
exactly.
We saw that.
With Higuain, with Raul, with Ronaldo, with Bale. But Di Maria. Do you also think, Danny, I don't know what you think, but do you think in more recent games you've seen Carlo Ancelotti, even in the game against City, at times switch to from the 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1, and with Cruz and Madrid not getting any younger, could he be looking for maybe a Camavinga, Valverde, and Kai Havertz in behind whoever it is?
It could be, you see, and even that role, you see, again, it's because it's popular, a lot of people misappropriate the role. So the fact that somebody is playing behind the striker doesn't mean the person is a number 10 in its purest sense.
Okay.
You get me? So even if Havertz is going to play behind the striker, trust me, Real Madrid are not going to be asking him to do what a Kevin De Bruyne does.
It could be an Isco of Real Madrid when he was on form.
Exactly. You see, Havertz is so good, and it pains me that
he has a football brain.
He's very, very intelligent, and it hurts me that Chelsea have wrongly profiled him and is making him look bad. Because the guy is fat. Look, he's a top-class, brilliant talent. And I always say this thing. If you've not seen raw gold before and they give it to you, you don't know what it is. I always tell people, when they are quality players and you sit and you say you don't like, When you leave them in the market, you see the sort of teams that will come for them.
Yeah.
You want to buy Maguire for 80 million, put him on the transfer market and see who will come.
West Ham, maybe.
West Ham will come.
Yeah.
They said Pogba was a bad player. Every time Pogba was slightly for sale, PSG, Real Madrid, Juventus, Barcelona, top clubs. You can't use quality is quality. The fact that you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
It is what it is.
And the best football Kai Havertz has played this season is when Graham Potter tried to use him in the position that you were talking about, almost as a half 9 in number 10 space, and